Probably is way back there. But still, I've seen this thing completely full. Probably because it's still too hot yet. I'll show you going around this corner here whenever I first come back. Back in 2007. About 3.5 to 4 hours. By 3, maybe 4. I think there was a fourth one. I think Dwayne Cameron got involved in it a little bit when he left. But then they checked me out right in here. Checked me out from head to toe. Going through all my stuff. Wanting to know if I had any harmful intentions of going to do something that I ain't supposed to be out here doing, simply because my father had called him up and told him that his son was on his way up here to stop him at all costs. Not by suicide, in actuality, what happened is that by them dealing with me for about 4 hours and still couldn't find nothing on me, and then whenever I left, I went straight up by Sugar Bay and started my proceedings of camping, etc. I think that they were so disheartened and they were so pissed off that they couldn't find nothing on me at that time. That because they couldn't find something on me, then they started making up stuff on me. And of course, whenever they come to my campsite on the 14th or 15th day, because I had to basically record where I was going to go and how long that I planned on being up there. And of course, the time before that, the last time that I was on a big religious adventure, was basically going all the way back into the 80s, before the park turned into, well, it was already a park, but before the park rangers actually become in control of it in the year 2000. It was the Corps of Engineers that was in control of it before 2000. And that may be the reason why that I got in and got out like I did without being scathed, other than a couple close encounters with some other things that went on that to this day is still unexplainable from a natural standpoint. But I truly believe that these people, once my biological dad once he got me on their radar screen, after then it was no way for me to get off of the radar screen, no matter what I done or how I done it. And basically, these people, they hounded me, man. I mean, they hounded me. They made me move from my campsite at first, and I moved down by Sugar Bay, and they hounded me down there too as well, towards trying to intervene, trying to stop me from me doing what I was doing. And then there towards the last, they actually did, whenever they told me to get off the property. Leave. I wasn't welcome. Just like my Native American predecessors before me, that they wasn't welcome either. They got kicked off the land too. See, there's a lot of stuff that hadn't been told about the American history that a lot of people think that they know, but in reality, they don't really know the barbaricness and the heathenistic and the stealing and the raping and the wickedness that went on either before, during, or after the Revolutionary as well as the Civil War. The red man, he didn't just take it on the cheek, he took it up the rear end and up the cheek and in his ears and everywhere else. This land got stolen from him. And whenever I say stolen, I ain't talking about stealing it on paper. I'm talking about literally stealing it towards running them off of their own property with guns and shooting them and killing them and raping them. That's what happened to the Native American red man in America. But there's so many gross testimonies that can be told again and again and again towards what actually occurred and how bad that it actually was. That still to this day, I don't even think that they have touched the tip of the iceberg pertaining to Hollywood and book authors and writers towards writing just exactly how barbaric and how insensitive and cruel that it was. I ain't going to say that it was as bad as the headhunters pertaining to the Zulu tribes over in Africa, but it was awful darn close to it. Awful close to it. The only difference was basically that they have spears over in Africa still, and bow and arrows. I mean, they may have guns now, but by and large, they had spears to where the Europeans over here had guns. But I got on their radar screen, and of course, the spirit within them that wanted me to stop doing what I was doing. So at that point in time, they started creating imaginary stuff about me. Started bringing up all kinds of crazy tales about me taking my altar rock and dragging it down the road. Sparks and stuff was flying, and it's kind of like the tale about me going into the White House with a sword and gonna cut the president's head off. Just crazy ideals and crazy talk like that is what had done already been initiated down in this area towards the people that I was engaged in and engaged with during the time that I come down here for the sanctification of the second sword. These people don't want peace. They don't want God's chosen, selected subservient to have anything to do with a weapon, especially a sword symbolizing peace weapon, because they don't want peace. Now, they'll tell you that they do, but proof is in the pudding because of all the rapes, divorces, and all the people being screwed over for the past 20, 30 plus years, that, the courts is corrupt, the churches has become corrupt. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the evilness and the barbaric Luciferian Lucifer of how that he has played his hand here in America towards turning this thing into hell. And now hell is coming from within, pertaining to it evaporating all our water sources, in addition to so many people on the planet that's taking from the main core of the water source, and because of it, it's going to cause chaos if we don't intervene very quickly, it's going to cause chaos in places and because of certain elements like we've never ever thought about before. Which once more goes in the very opposite direction towards peace and utopia. Which once more, they didn't want peace. If they wanted peace, they wouldn't have resisted me the way that they did on a supernatural, spiritual level. All these demons wanted me to stop doing what I was doing, and for me to basically become a deserter and walk away from this quest that God had put me on over 30 plus years ago. All of them did. Because the spirit within the body is what was resisting me, because I had never done nothing to these people. You know, I hadn't beaten them on a car deal or got fresh with any of their wives or their daughters. I hadn't cheated them on this or cheated them or lied to them on this or lied to them on that. So it had to be something deeper than the carnal flesh towards why was they even upset at me to begin with. Well, that's why. The spirit within them, there's a deer, the spirit within them hates my guts, and because the spirit within them hates my guts, that spirit is going to drive that person in hating me, and they won't know why they hate somebody like me. They'll just know, well, I don't care nothing for him, or I don't care nothing for her. Well, why not? What have they done to you? And they can't come up with an answer. They can't come up with a logical answer. I'm going to let this thing go here. I'm trying to figure out where I am, and I don't know if this is the main road. See, it's been so long since I've been up here. Yeah, this is a painted road. So I done went all the way around, and now I'm back on this, I think, Highway 68 going to Murray to Katie's. I bet that's where I am, because this is a painted road. Alright, I know where I am.